Hey, this is a quick demo of the Research Collective's submission to the DragonQuest hackathon. The ideas have been brewing for a while, but there's certainly been more of a need than ever for how do we reliably and scalably produce knowledge and truth. So in this case, it might be where can you get consistent access to viral medication or testing kits, but more importantly, how can you trust that those are accurate or reliable in treating you? So there's a lot that goes into creating a system where we can start lodging attestations about the efficacy of treatments in a way that completely makes the FDA obsolete. And this last month, I've been working on what I think is the first step towards that. So I'll go ahead and start sharing my screen. This is the GitHub for the Research Collective. I should specify that I did fork my last hackathon project. It was an East Denver project called the DMV Demolisher that contained MetaMask, 3box, React, and then this most recent month, I added in Aragon UI and the graph for accessing Aragon DAO information. So the main goal was to create a way for people to look at a registry and be able to ascertain whether or not the items on this list are of value. So I've took the ideas that Claros has had for how to create curated lists that people can contest the items. We'll see different categories eventually for test kits versus antivirals versus articles. And then of course, different categories such as COVID versus HIV versus who knows what else. I was hoping to create a smart contract or have my teammate create a smart contract to actually do the staking of the item. That process isn't quite there yet. So I'll go ahead and show you what I do have. So this data is being pulled in from an Aragon DAO. It's called the COVID Research DAO. No, yeah, and it's sort of a sub DAO of the Research Collective, which is sort of like the parent. This is an actual resource for test kits and antivirals, someone I know who wants to remain pseudonymous. And now they have a new MetaMask account attached to a 3box account, and people will be able to go and get their contact information from the 3box profile. I'm also hoping to be listing preprint articles on this resource so that things that are of value to society but haven't been peer reviewed yet are able to be elevated through having an expert panel on the DAO sort of vouch for the usefulness and accuracy of it. Eventually, people will be able to post an item. When they post an item, it will be converted to interest-bearing DAI. The DAO will receive that interest, and then the public, anyone is able to dispute the item, and if they dispute the item and they win, then they get the original poster's stake. Or if the poster wins, then they get the challenger's stake. And the idea is that the interest will be used to do research on the questions that are harder to answer than just having a simple arbitration dispute over it. So I also made a similar panel using Aragon's UI. These are votes for the parent DAO, which is tied to a nonprofit in Wyoming. And right now it's just, oh, I'm the treasurer and someone else is the secretary. We've got a little profile section if MetaMask is connected. Right, MetaMask, we'll go ahead and give it what it wants. Now it's connected. Let's see if it will load. Yep, now it goes from my ETH address to my 3box account. And hopefully next hackathon we'll actually add in the field editing into here. Similarly, we've got plans on adding a notebook for people to stash information. For instance, it's like their lab notebook. You want to be able to timestamp when you're doing experiments. to be able to have proof that you didn't just go back and make it up later. And then we also plan on having a 3-box chat that interfaces with the existing Telegram group. So the bigger picture is, how do we decentralize science? This is just the foundation. This is just a start for that. And the goal, I think, for this summer is I'm going to keep adding little pieces for different hackathons until eventually this is something that I'm actually using and hopefully other people will be using as a means of creating something of a pillar of trust in the web of trust. So that way people can look and check and say, oh, this person is approved by the research collective. They're probably not a scammer. I think that's it for now. I should say that this is all part of a larger plan to create a exocortex, right? To be able to have entities that we trust that are constantly filtering our attention and providing us with feedback. But I'm just building the pieces with each hackathon I attend. So yeah, if you're interested in helping out, joining my team, the website is deployed right now at researchcollective.io. You can go ahead and join the Telegram, reach out, and yeah, thank you.